Well, good morning, everyone. It is a perfectly rainy, cold day outside, so we are sticking close to home just in case the roads are icy. And I thought, what a great time to make a video using my dog Sparky, because I haven't done any dog videos yet with massage, to review the different strokes that take place with both dogs and horses in massage, sports massage therapy. So again, this is Sparky. He's a yellow lab. He is pretty low key, and with the strokes that I'm going to be demonstrating, please know I'm not actually doing a massage, and everything is going to be at light pressure, so that I'm not going to actually disturb anything or do anything that would potentially cause him any pain. So we have 8 different strokes in sports massage for both horses and dogs, and each stroke has a purpose. And if you watched my video from yesterday with Rigo, you would have seen and heard me talking about some of the different strokes. So we have what we call the opening strokes, and these strokes really help to open up the muscle for treatment. And one of the strokes is called a compression stroke. And with that stroke, you're just using the heel of your hand, or depending on the location, the back of your hand, to help open up the muscles, getting ready to treat. And usually when you're doing the compression strokes, you do a pass up and back down at light pressure, and then you would do another pass at moderate pressure up and back down, or down and back up, and then do a heavy pressure compression stroke down and then back up. So that is one of our opening strokes. Another opening stroke, again, to just help with opening up the muscles, getting them ready, warmed up, prepared for treatment, is called a percussion. And that's where you're using the edge of your hand and you're just percussing at a light pressure, moderate, and heavy pressure to help get that the muscles ready. And the last opening stroke is called jostling. It's a little bit easier to see on a horse, I think, but I did it yesterday on Rigo, where you're taking the neck and the crest of the neck and pulling it towards you, again at a light pressure, moderate pressure, and heavy pressure. And you do that from the base of the neck up to the pole, or the base of the head here, and back down. And for the closing strokes, once you treat the animal, you use your compression and percussion at a heavy pressure to help with that. The other 2 types of strokes are location strokes and treating strokes. So to locate areas that might be sore, it's called a palpation, and you can palpate with your thumb. And again, it's kind of hard to see, so I'll do it back here. But if we're palpating, we take our thumb, and again, starting at light pressure, you move up and then you move back down. And you repeat that stroke at moderate and again at heavy. And oftentimes when you're palpating and using the true pressure that you should be, you'll feel or see the dog or horse react to where they might flinch away from you, they might move, they might kind of startle. I've also had the animals just look at me and shift away. So there's all kinds of different reaction, but when you hit that spot, that you're hitting a spot that's tight, and you're hitting a spot that might be really sore. And so then you have to use a treating stroke. And when you treat, that's when you use your direct pressure. And again, you can use your thumb or your fingers. You have to make sure that they're braced. And you start, again, when you're doing the direct pressure stroke, you're really getting in there to treat the muscle spasm or the tension, the soreness again. And so when you're using your thumb, you start at light pressure, you release, you go back in on that same spot at moderate pressure, release, and then again at heavy pressure and release. And then typically you compress heavy compressions down to help close out that muscle, that area that you're treating. The other treating stroke that we use, usually in combination with the direct pressure stroke, the direct pressure stroke, is called cross friction. And with the cross friction, you're working against the muscle fibers and trying to open up and treat whatever. So, you can do your direct pressure stroke and then in combination do the cross friction to help just work out any remaining tension, soreness, toxins, etc., so that your animal, your dog or your horse, is able to move freely and find balance back in their body. There are two other types of strokes that we use, and they're called friction strokes, and you only use them in specific parts of the body. So the first is the zigzag. Usually the zigzag is more often used back here in the hindquarter area of both the dogs and horses. And again, that zigzag just, helps to create some friction, create some warmth, open up the muscles, get it ready for treatment. And it just generally feels good. You can see Sparky's kind of getting in a little bit of a zone, even just doing these at light pressure. The other stroke that we perform on both dogs and horses is called the cat paw. And with that, it's more of like a scooping motion. And I feel like the places where we really use the cat paw are a little bit more of areas of sensitivity. And again, it just helps to kind of create some friction so that the animal relaxes a little bit and you can kind of get in there with that scooping motion. And we only use the cat paw in 3 places on both the horse and the dog, and that's the chest/pecs, in the abdomen area regions, and then back here in the hamstring and inner thigh. So again, those are the 8 strokes of massage therapy for horses and dogs. And I hope you found this informative. Please know that there is a specific sequence to these strokes, that you shouldn't just be going in and applying these strokes on your own animals without training. Enjoy your day. I hope that for those of you who are experiencing the rain or snow, that it warms up. And for those of you who are experiencing a lovely sunny Sunday, please go out and enjoy and have a great weekend and a great start of your week. Bye, everyone.